Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nathan. If you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC Fight Night. Figueiredo versus Benavidez 2, the rematch for the UFC Flyweight Championship of the World. And post-fight rundown on the main card as always, so let's get started. So to kick off the main card in the Flyweight division, basically top contenders match slash substitute match in case something happened to the title fight main event. We had Askarov versus Alexandre Pantoja. Anyways, on my pre-fight I picked Alexander to win, but by decision I believe it was. And he lost by unanimous decision, 29-28. And at first I thought this was a robbery, but then I double-checked the stats after the fight and saw that Askarov won the first round and the third round, and the second round was Pantoja. And but it was a competitive fight, and I think either one of these guys could be fighting for the title in the near future. Pantoja, I think he'll rebound from this loss, and Askarov, he's been looking good as of late, and obviously with this fight, and yeah, this was a competitive match and a good, clean win for Askarov. Then to kick off the second fight on the main card, we had a women's flyweight bout with Ariane Lipski versus Luana Carolina. Two Brazilians going at it, and yeah, this was just a quick match. It was round one, submission knee bar. Lipski had that was a killer submission, and a good job for Lipski. And I think with this win, she definitely deserves some top-rank opponents in her next fight. Then in the lightweight division, we had Rafael Fiziev versus Mark Diakiese, and unfortunately, Fiziev was just too much for Diakiese, and yeah, decision unanimous. This was a no-brainer. On the stand-up, I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, on the stand-up, Mark Diakiese just got outclassed, and that's very, very tough to do against a top striker, for a European striker in Mark Diakiese. And Fiziev just looked amazing. Can't wait to see more of this guy. I mean, he had like the Matrix type moves with the avoiding the kick, and I believe the second round or so. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on the round, but yeah, there is like this Matrix dodge of a kick. It was just great reflexes from Fiziev. So he wins unanimous decision due to strikes. Then in basically, yeah, due to strikes. Anyways, then we go to the middleweight division in the co-main event, Jack Hermansson versus Kelvin Gastelum. Submission, heel hook, round one. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. That was just a killer submission. And Jack is back, and it's going to be exciting to see how far this guy can go. Who knows? Maybe he'll submit Israel for the belt down the line, or Paulo. You never know. But this guy, the one thing about him is he's capable of being knocked out. Jared Cannonier proved that. So that's his downfall in his fight game. But in terms of his grappling and wrestling, he is top notch, and he's okay on striking. But against top five in the middleweight division, and the best strikers in top five, I don't know. So I say another one or two, and he gets a title shot. But it'll be really hard to say if he'll win the belt, but take it one step at a time and see where he goes. And right now the guy's in title mix due to this big win over a top-ranked opponent, Kelvin Gastelum. Yeah, so he rebounds with a loss to Jared Cannonier, and gets this big win. Then in the main event in the flyweight division, we had Figueiredo versus Joseph Benavidez for the vacant UFC flyweight title, and you know, I thought Joseph would have watched the tape from the first fight, learned his lesson, and maybe just outclass and wore out Figueiredo. But however, that wasn't the case. Technical submission, rear naked choke, round 1. And I mean, he got dropped multiple times, and then he was fighting off a rear naked choke, I believe multiple times in this one and only round. And eventually the rear naked choke just sank on the second, third, or fourth, or whatever try it was. And Devezan just looked amazing, like he was on a whole nother level. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, this guy's truly the champ. He made weight this time. No ifs, ands, or buts. This guy is truly the UFC flyweight champ, and much deserving of the belt. And Joseph Benavidez, I hope he can rebound from this loss and possibly go out on top in his career in some shape or form, whether it be just a simple win, a win streak, whatever the case is. But yeah, I wish Joseph Benavidez the best, whatever he decides to do. And Devezan's your champ. So that wraps up this post-fight show. Stay tuned for my pre-fight for Whitaker versus Till. And until then, see ya.